All right. It's wild. Smoked a palm tree here. God, look at the exhaust. God. What's up, guys? We're on our way to an accident for the Missouri County Sheriff's Department. We're in the one of the Meyer Tow and rollbacks. We're in the Ford F650 rollback today. Running kind of low on information. I know we're picking up a four-door Toyota of some kinds. It's on Blue Water Highway near San Luis Pass. Not sure if they mean San Luis Pass as in the subdivision, or as in the actual like San Luis Pass, like down towards like more towards like the Galveston side. I didn't have my scanner on at the house. I was busy, so I didn't hear the initial call come in. I'm just kind of going off the information that was given to me by the dispatcher when they called it. Whenever our dispatcher called to tell me we got this, so we're gonna have to kind of figure that out as we go along, see where it's at and what exactly is going on with it. So don't know of any injuries or anything like that, so if you would keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. We're headed that way. I don't know how well you can see from some of the rolling footage there, but it's now Saturday night, and we're in the kind of coming through the back side of the big winter storm that's passing through, that everybody's been all scared of, all the snow and ice and everything else. Down here it's not that bad because we're literally right on the coast. We're fixing to be basically at the beach now. I'm picking up on this call, so here it's warm enough to where I don't think we're really going to have to deal with too much icing and stuff, because by the time it's cold enough to freeze, the roads should be pretty much dried out. So I don't think we're going to have a really big chance of like ice or anything like that, but I mean, it's possible, especially the further you go inland. We might get some calls from up like Angleton area, you know, if there's some freezing and stuff, maybe tomorrow night or something. But at this point, weather isn't too bad. It's been sprinkling on and off a little bit. The roads are a little bit wet, so I mean, they're still slick and it's cold out and everything, so definitely still the potential to slide around and stuff. We're dropping into Surfside here from over the Surfside Bridge. Still a little bit of sprinkling rain and stuff right now. Kind of how it been the whole time. Just we have another little wave of showers that are pushing through, so I'm sure that's probably what aided in causing the wreck. There goes the ambulance there. They didn't have their lights on or anything, so I'm guessing nobody was too seriously hurt, but they were going back across the bridge there, so that means they're hauling somebody to the hospital. if they were just going back to the station, they would have stayed on the island. So there goes the fire truck there. So whatever it was enough where they needed fire and EMS. So might be a decent wreck or something. So I didn't really get too many details as to what exactly was going on. Coming through the San Luis Pass subdivision, and I don't see any red and blue lights anywhere, so I'm assuming it's all the way down to the actual San Luis Pass. We got a mess on this one. How's it going? Go on. Guessing that's it? They just come straight off there, or what? They smoked that and went through there? All right. It's wild. Smoked a palm tree here. God, look at the exhaust. God. Bumper's way over there. God dang. Snap some pictures. That exhaust is wild. Huge amount of debris. Let me go grab my broom. I'm gonna try to make a path where I can get through there without running over a whole bunch of crap. And start getting that out of there. Oh, okay. Got our work cut out for us on this one. Now, I have to figure out where everything's at on this truck. So I don't run it full time. So I'm not familiar with the wind. I'm not familiar with the layout on this truck. There's our broom. We're gonna need that for now. Fix that. There's this. Car parts. So this just looks like plastic rocks. We're gonna have to do something with that exhaust system. This goes to the car. This is a giant rock. All right. That's just wood. This is just rocks. I'm not worried about this stuff. Most of this is just carpet. Look at this board in the bumper. I'm just gonna lean this here back in. Okay. I remember the controls are different on the Jordan than they are on a Miller truck. Get this stuff, get this out of the throw some of this stuff on here. There's a chunk of wheel. This is way worse than I was expecting. Of course, again, they didn't really tell us what we were up against. That should be good enough. Free spool on this one's still not. I gotta get this hook off of here because I can't free spool it. First time I've done a tow since I got back on call here. Today's pretty much just been a bunch of service calls, lockouts, jump starts, tire changes, that kind of stuff. Just normal on the weekends. That should get me pretty close. Try to get it underneath that tire. Since we got this rear bumper exposed here, I'm just gonna loop around here if I can. It's not be long enough. Just gonna kind of dog it off to itself. If it'll let me. If I had my normal rigging, I would do this a little bit differently. Doing the best is what I have. Think snatch block right here. I'm going to try to pull the back end over a little bit here, since it's a little bit of an angle to me. Try to get the car to come more this way. Really don't want to stand here in case that something lets go there. I'm gonna get these doors shut. I'm gonna hop over here on this side. I'll have to go back across for the snatch block, but I'd rather do that than attach a winch cable to the face. This tire's catching the rail now. It's like not attached. Just kind of chilling here. Maybe attached by a brake line. So we're gonna let it right on up. It's definitely attached by a brake line or something. Snatch block. Go out. Tire on the other side will kind of keep it from wanting to come over. Need to see what we're doing over here on this side. So our bumper, we'll need that in a little bit. This tire is going to keep it from wanting to twist over, I think. It's going to like kick it back straight. That's going to cause some issues. We're going to have to strap that. That exhaust is going to cause some issues. What is all this? That's wood. That's not good. This exhaust is going to be a bit of a booger. Well, we have a sawzall or anything on this truck. Bend the exhaust, strap it over maybe. We can make that work. Controls are backwards to a Miller. Good news is, with this door being like this between the rail, can't really open up or anything. We could strap the exhaust to the wheel lift or something. Yeah. Put this back up there. There was a J-hook on something. We can find something still attached. To a control arm. We're gonna call that good. Let's take the extra around there. Let me find some straps for this exhaust. I don't know where everything's at on this truck. I can tell you where everything is on my truck. We don't need one of these. We ain't losing our exhaust. Yeah. Just gonna hook this onto here. And this back to itself. Something like that. This door can't go anywhere because it's stuck there. We're just going to take it easy anyways. See if we got any paperwork. Get out of here. Do y'all have any paperwork or anything? He's got everything? Yes, sir. All right. Need me to sign on the dotted line? Got any paperwork or anything? No? I cleaned off the path about as much as I could. Just a bunch of rocks and grass and stuff, so ain't nothing sharp unless you... the bumper, I gotta get the bumper still, but most of the pathway and everything's pretty much all the big car parts and stuff. Other than that, I gotta grab the bumper. But cool.
I think all the oil washed away, luckily.
Yeah, no, it's all kind of mixed in with all the rain, so yeah, I'll get that bumper and stuff, and then should be good to go.
Sounds good, man.
Yep, see you later. That's an exhaust tip. I forgot about that bumper. That's like a whole sign and everything there. Totally forgot about that bumper. You see this bumper sticker? This up there. Good enough. Get out of here. All right. We are hitting the road, headed back to the yard. Get this thing dropped off. I'm assuming they straightened out the curve coming off the bridge there and just went straight off through the sign and that little median and everything there, and just smoked that whole front end of the car. Exhaust came off, wheels came off. So we passed the ambulance and the fire trucks. The ambulance turned like he was headed towards the hospital, but wasn't running lights and sirens, so I'm assuming they weren't too badly injured, unless they were life flighted or something and they were just like transporting somebody, like, not, I don't know. I didn't catch much of that side of it. So either way, with the amount of damages on that car, I'm sure somebody's injured at the very least. So keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. They'll make a full recovery, and they down a vehicle now, and they kind of have to figure out a ride. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers. We're gonna get this thing hauled over to the yard and get it dropped off. All right, so we made it back to the yard. First things first, we're going to try to get the strap off of this, if it will let us. Keeps locking up. There. The whole thing. There's one on the other side. Stuck under it. Straighten that up in a minute. First things first. Try to tilt the bed down a little bit. Get that. That was the wrong lever. slack. Let's get the chain off of it. It's this Jordan bed. Isn't nearly as aggressive as the Miller beds. It's a lot harder to shake. Let's see this one. It's a lot harder to shake stuff off the bed. I need to keep that a little bit higher because of the exhaust. And obviously, I'm not anticipating this thing wanting to roll, so I backed up a little bit too far. Too far in terms of, like, you know, the room that it's going to take, because I'm figuring the front of the car is going to stop there at the end of the bed, and then I'm going to either have to walk myself out from underneath it or wrong lever again. Not a huge fan of these Jordan beds. Let's see if this thing will shake. He said these Jordans, you can't get as aggressive with them as you can with the Millers. Okay, I'm not crunching the exhaust. It's like I'm giving it like full up, full down. This were a Miller truck, this thing would be wanting to slide away. Not this one. See, look, it won't even pick itself up now with a car. Just as it's not even a heavy truck. Won't even pick the end of the bed up with a car. A little car. This is a Toyota Avalon. Hardly anything heavy, and this Jordan won't even pick it up. It's like barely floating off the ground. Won't even pick up the bed with a car on the end of it. I'm gonna jump up here and get these chains off so I don't have to keep running the winch. I can just start shaking this thing off. Get the bumper. Toss it up here on top. Okay, now the car is free. Now I just gotta shake it. It's crazy. This thing will not pick up. It's not quite off yet. I have the bed on the ground. It won't pick up any more than it was. That's me put my wheel lift down. Pick up the bed a little bit, which should allow me to get a little bit more tilt I mean, this thing might want to slide a little easier. There we go. Should be on the ground now. We're not touching there. Close, but we're not touching. Which means I get to come back up on the wheel edge. And I can start coming in on my bed. Bed is now past the, or the door is now past the rail. Let's see if this thing has enough nuts to walk itself. It will at least walk itself. That's good. One of the few Jordan rollbacks that I've ran. So now it'll lift itself now that the heavy end of the car is off of it. Not very impressed with Jordan as opposed like to Miller. This thing is a little bit lacking on hydraulic power, which may not be all Jordan's fault, but could probably just upgrade some of the hydraulic. Get around this puddle. Probably just upgrade the hydraulic system a little bit. But if this is the factory system, then that's kind of telling. Okay. Car should be just about off the bed. I'm gonna push forward one more time, just to give me a little bit better of an angle coming out from underneath it, and it'll get me away from this puddle. Alright. Car should be coming up on, yeah, it's on the ground now. There we go. All right. I'll carry these with me. All right, here we go. She's here on the ground. Now it's kind of hard to see. Exhaust ain't touching. I can probably kick that over a little bit. Look how the hood split off the, like the hood, it's completely split. Oh well, that door's jammed now. To get that over, this thing's all kinds of messed up. I don't know if y'all can hear the wind in the mic. I have my good mic on tonight. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. If you can feel it, you can see how the wind is blowing sideways right now in the rain there. It is cold, so I am going to end this one here. Finish up my paperwork, get this door shut and everything. We will see y'all in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. See y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.